Welcome to the Mukilteo Football Show. My name is Miles.
And my name is Kirk.
And we are previewing the NFC West, picking the over-under win totals of the Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals, and 49ers.
Gotta love it. Best time of year.
Best time of year, and this, of course, is our home division. We are Seahawks fans.
Oh, yeah.
This is where objective, balanced reporting from the previous 3 episodes and the future 4 episodes goes out the window. Screw the Rams, screw the Cardinals, screw the 49ers, go Seahawks!
There will be some biases in this division, but, the NFC West been around a long time now. So,
yeah, we're now in the NFC 23 years?
23, started 2002.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And it felt like it was a shock being in the NFC in general.
Yeah, because we grew up, obviously, with Seahawks in the AFC West.
And we hated the Broncos and, the Chargers. Well,
Raiders.
I guess we didn't really hate the Chargers.
No, Chargers were with us in misery. We hated the Raiders, the Broncos. Yeah.
But, NFC West, good division. Always a lot of hype around it.
Yep. A lot of stuff going on. Let's start with the Los Angeles Rams, who I think were a surprise winner of the NFC West last year.
Big time, big time.
Surprised in terms of preseason, surprised in terms of the way their season started.
Oh,
Remember, they played that Sunday Night Football game against the Lions.
Yep.
They lost that game in overtime in week 1, and they just major injuries across their offensive line.
Everybody.
Puka Nacua, just all sorts of stuff. They were decimated. They lost a couple games after that. They were 1-4 going into their week 6 bye. And then they went 9-2 from there to clinch the division.
Yeah.
They crushed Sam Darnold and the Vikings in the wild card round.
Oh, slaughtered them.
And then they really gave the Eagles their only fight of the playoffs. They had that ball in the snow, in the red zone, under a minute to play. Stafford was taking snaps on 3rd down, needing a touchdown to take the lead over the Eagles.
Yeah.
That's just when Jalen Carter happened. But successful season for the Rams, considering what we expected.
Oh, yeah. The whole narrative last year was, they lost Aaron Darnold. That defense is going to suck. And I thought they rebuilt around it fairly well.
Yeah.
They drafted the 2 guys from Florida State. Vance being the guy that everybody knows.
Verse,
sorry. Yeah.
Now everyone knows.
Now we should know his name by now. I should know his name by now. But I thought they did good. McVay, I just saw this, 39. It's his 9th season coaching.
My goodness.
He's 39. It's baffling. But,
that's incredible.
Absolute vet coach at this point. Built pretty well from top to bottom.
Yeah.
They've adapted their roster and the way they built it pretty well through the last few seasons here.
So last year, the over-under for the Rams was 8.5. I picked the under. Basically, my same line I kind of always give. Why bet on the old guy if you don't have to? Yeah. So I was thinking Stafford's going to get hurt. It's going to be a disaster year. You took the over, and I actually did go back to listen why. Because I've never heard you say super good things about the Rams.
Yeah.
It was all about McVay for you. You have turned a corner, and Sean McVay, at least what you were saying 1 year ago. Yeah. McVay is your guy now, your coach.
I like McVay. Very underrated coach. Been to 2 Super Bowls for crying out loud.
In 9 years.
In 9 years, he's won one. There's not that many Super Bowl winning coaches in the league.
That's true.
He's one of the rare ones. And, Stafford, veteran, didn't put up the numbers last year, but he knows how to, win a game. And he was doing it without any options to throw to. Kupp came back from injury, and Nacua was hurt for some part of the season. So I feel like this is just a team that knows how to, get better as the season goes along. You never know what to expect them at this point, and then by October they're like, oh, this is who we are, this is how we have to play. Yeah. And they do well second half of the season. They just have a track record of it now.
And to me, doing well in the second half of the season is a sign of good coaching.
Yeah.
So I'm on board with this being one of the best coached teams in the NFL. Matt Stafford, like you said, it is kind of a not super impressive statistically, but pulls it out at the end, which, by the way, was his whole time in Detroit.
Yeah.
12 years of there were a couple good statistical seasons, but mostly it was he was the 11th best quarterback in the NFL, but he would make these insane comebacks.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what he had his name on. We're kind of still there with him. He's got Puka Nacua going into the third year, becoming one of the best receivers in the NFL. They brought in Devontae Adams.
That's the big signing.
You think he's got anything left?
32.
32? That's not bad for him, I think.
I feel like he's got a year or two left.
Yeah.
Like, and he hasn't played for a winner in a while. So he's got to be super motivated.
He finally went off the play with my friends mode.
Yeah.
We went to go play with Derek Carr. That went bad. Went to go play with Aaron Rodgers. That went bad. Like, let's be professional. Let's go.
And I'm not friends with Matthew Stafford because he used to be a Packer. And he's like, screw that guy. So he goes plays for him. He's going to do great. Like, and then Cooper Kupp's gone. So I feel like he's a better replacement there.
I just can see Adams really good in this offense. Has he played in a McVay? Well, I guess the LaFleur offense at the end there.
At the end.
So he has kind of done that. Like, I could really see a good year from Adams. And 32 to me was bad for Julio Jones, but some receivers
have that last spark towards the end.
I think Adams might be one of them.
Yeah.
So Stafford's got weapons.
He's got weapons. My worry is Stafford's never really had multiple weapons. He's always kind of just picked a guy. Like when Kupp was falling off and Nacua came on, it was all Nacua. We're done with Kupp. When it was Calvin Johnson, it was Calvin Johnson, Lions days.
Oh, yeah.
So now that he's got like two weapons, I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Because he seems to be a one-read man. I'm going to get the ball where I want to get it. That's kind of Stafford's style. So, like, I don't know how they're going to mix this. This is completely new territory for Matthew Stafford, having two actual receivers.
I like it, though, because, I mean, fantasy-wise, I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm worried, but... I mean, you kind of have a backup and a spare, right? I mean, Nacua was hurt last year. Adams is old. Like, let's just make sure he's got one elite
Make
guy.
sure you don't have just Tutu Atwell being your guy, Like, no offense to Tutu Atwell.
Don't want to rely on Tutu.
Yeah.
He can return your kicks. Yeah. On defense, though, they've really improved. They had a little trouble stopping the run, throughout the year. But, and of course, they gave up some big blowouts. I remember Buffalo scored 1 million points on them.
And they had that game against Philly where Saquon went for like 300.
Yeah.
Like that was a big one.
But it's a little bit different. They brought in Poona Ford.
A little veteran leadership.
Yeah. They have a lot of young talent there that is now 1 year old. They're going into year 2 or 3. And they brought in someone else too, right? I'm trying to remember. There was another guy they brought in, but anyway, it's a good defensive line. Like, amazingly, we're 1 year after Aaron Donald retired, and the Rams are back to having one of the top defensive lines in the NFL.
Yeah, I like it. And McVay knows that things are built in the trenches, and they've been kind of makeshift in this offensive line for a while, but it's still like, it's holding its own. It's not terrible.
Offensive line?
Yeah, offense and defensive. Okay. I mean, that's kind of McVay's thing. It's like, I'm going to make sure the trenches are fine, and then we can have these guys do their thing.
It's the only way. Every bad McVay year has been the same story. It's been that the offensive line is bad, and I'm sure it's the same on defense.
Yeah, and I mean,
I don't know.
They have a decent running game when they need to just pound the ball. Kyron Williams has been fine, but they also, if he finally has a down year, they got that rookie from Michigan, or second-year rookie from Michigan, Corum. I think he's fine. I think they're a well-balanced team.
Yeah.
Like, this team is just built to, like, we're just going to keep getting better as the season moves along. And by December, McVay's going to have this team humming.
Yeah. It's a young team, well-balanced team, and the over-under is only 9.5.
Wow.
Which I'm surprised by. It is the highest over-under of this division, I believe.
9.5.
Yeah, so NFC West is just not being super hyped by Vegas. But 9.5, I mean, I feel like that's a little bit low. I'm going to take a pretty easy over on here.
I feel like I'm the same. Well, maybe people just aren't expecting Devontae Adams to have another year in him, but like, he's fine. Nakua's healthy. Stafford only threw 20 touchdowns last year, but that's because he had nobody to throw to, and everybody was hurt.
Yeah, and he's always had those weird years. Like, who cares? Like, that's Stafford football.
To me, it's like, this team just makes the playoffs. That's what they win 9 to 10 games every single season. Like, they went playoffs 2020, they won a Super Bowl 2021, the terrible season after that. 23, they go to the playoffs. 24, they won the division.
I'm really happy for them in terms of that. Like, the 2021 season, this championship, seemed like it was going to be a one-hit wonder. but they've had these 2 back-to-back seasons. They've staved that off.
Yeah.
It's an era now. I'm going to take the pretty easy over. Young roster, good coach, quality quarterback.
You said 9.5?
9.5.
Oh, 10 is I'm blocking out. That might be my most guaranteed one of all.
I got another one coming up that I'm guaranteeing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Usually it's easier to pick the under one. But over-wise, I feel like
over is harder. You're right.
The Rams are headed in the right direction. I feel like they're under-talked about.
Yeah.
And, I think by the time we get to December, we're like, oh, yeah, the freaking Rams are good. Mm-hmm. They play great football towards the end of the season.
It's the absolute blind spot of off-season analysis, and not saying we always see it, but it's the coaching.
Yeah.
Week 12 matters. Your coach matters more than we're talking about right now. So I believe in McVay. I'm in.
Yep.
All right, let's go to the Seahawks. And our crappy crowd now. Hey, Seahawks fans, get it together.
Our crowd was just like our chant right there. Just
Okay, rich people, stop going to games. Just stop.
Rich people,
yuppies,
poor people,
yuppies, picture takers. If you haven't been a fan, if you don't care about football unless you go, get out of there.
Yeah.
You're not going to witness an experience. You're going to be part of the experience. You have to put in the work. You got to yell. You got to scream. You got to go wild. So let's get back to being the 12th man.
You want to be a part of the 12th man, you got to yell. Like, you got to know what's going on the field. You can't just be some yuppie out there. And
what do you think about this? I don't like being called 12s. What do you think?
Not a fan of it.
It just feels weird to me.
I'm okay with like the 12th man thing, but when they call us 12s,
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go 12s.
That's too much to me. Yeah. We get rid of that. Must have been a rich thing.
The rich people came up.
I'm a 12.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
you got to participate.
We are the 12th man.
You don't go to see it. You go to be part of it. All right. Anyway, Seahawks, new era.
New era. We're introducing Vagabond Night. Bringing in the hobos.
Door-to-door charlatans and vagabonds all welcome. Bring your flat cars of dusty hobos to, what do we know, Lumenfield. Lumenfield welcomes the dusty hobos. We were 10-7 last year.
10-7.
I mean, that's the same record as Steelers, like Broncos
are there.
The Rams,
Lions,
Commanders.
We're right there.
They're up there. But 5 playoff teams at 10-7. We're the only ones that not make it.
Bucks.
3
seed,
Bucks, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like,
Texans.
Different division, we're fine. Mm-hmm. But, like, and we had a decent season, but this is a totally different team now.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Geno.
We kind of had, like, it's hard to remember now. We had, like, that false 3-0 to start the season where we beat the 3 worst teams, Dolphins without Tua, and then we plummeted. Things were getting dark.
We lost like 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah,
there.
we were like 4-6 or something like that, and then we sprung back. But it's easy to forget that because during the spring back, we got absolutely pummeled by the Packers on Sunday Night Football.
Yep, that was the game.
But there was a spring back. I saw something, especially from Mike McDonald's defense, that can inspire at least a little bit of hope. Again, we're total homers, but I think there was a spring back.
Yeah, I thought there was, defensively especially, because for a while there I was just like, man, has this guy really got the pieces he wants, or are we just going to kind of falter out this season?
Yeah.
I feel like Mike McDonald learned what he wants.
Yeah.
And he brought in people that he knows he can work with. The defensive line has been revamped this year.
Leonard Williams, baby, what a star.
Like this is the first time I've been super excited for our defensive line since I can remember.
It's like on paper, it is really good. Yeah. Leonard Williams, we got DeMarcus Lawrence, we got Big Murph, our first-round pick last year.
Yep.
We got other pass rushers rotating in there. This is the most excited I've been about defensive line since 2013.
Yeah. I think defensively, that's what's got to carry us this season.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we got a defensive-minded coach. Mm-hmm. We've been revamping that way. Witherspoon's still an absolute stud out there in the secondary.
Hell yeah.
We're figuring out the linebackers that we want to work with the scheme that we have now.
Really important.
Because we ran Pete Carroll's scheme for a decade, and now it's something new.
Yeah, Ernest Jones, the fourth.
So people are kind of forgetting about the defensive side, that's what carries the Seahawks. And last year, 10-7, that little resurgence we made at the end, besides that Packers game, defense was kind of the ones that were carrying us.
Yeah.
You know, Geno got a lot of the stats, but offensively, it's been the talk of the offseason.
Yeah.
It is goodbye DK Metcalf, goodbye Geno Smith, in comes Sam Darnold, in comes Cooper Kupp. And like some people say these are great signings, some people don't. I feel like you are on the don't side.
I'm on a don't.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Don't
break my heart.
All my Seahawks optimism is based on the defense and whoever's taking snaps after Sam Darnold is bench and whoever's playing wide receiver 2 after Cooper Kupp is hurt. And I'm like not joking. I don't even think of Darnold and Kupp as Seahawks. They're not on our team. They'll be gone. It's like, what's going to happen after?
Yeah. I think Darnold will last this season.
Like, well, then
he might get
put you
hurt.
to tape for Derek Anderson in 2008 or Blake Bortles in 2006. Or Case Keenum in 2018. Listen.
You're giving out some good examples. This isn't helping.
That was such a fluke. Such a fluke. And the most glaring indicator is that no team wanted him. No team even, like the Steelers.
Not even the team that had him.
The Vikings didn't want him.
Yeah.
The Steelers didn't want him. The Saints didn't want him. The Seahawks got him for a 1-year deal. He's making like less than Daniel Jones right now. And that tells you all you need to know. It was a complete fluke, and I have no faith in Sam Darnold. This is the strongest take, and it's, of course, the homer take.
Yeah. So you're already on to Jalen Monroe then.
Milroe?
Yeah, Milroe.
I think
Alabama.
I think he could be good for a defense that's humming.
Yeah.
Because he'll use his legs, he'll make the big plays. Our defense has got to absolutely hum. I don't think we're in for a particularly great year, Kirk.
Okay. I'm a little more optimistic.
Okay.
I've been a Sam Darnold believer. I felt like he just gets so much crap for the way his career started.
Yeah.
You start with Adam Gase. That kind of sucks.
That sucks.
You get stuck in New York. You got a clip of you saying you see ghosts. You go to Carolina. That sucks. All of a sudden, you're a backup when you used to be the 3rd overall pick.
Yeah.
And he got a shot last year. You know, it wasn't spectacular. Got a little overhyped because the team was winning games. The defense was humming, so they won. They got Justin Jefferson to throw to. You're going to win games.
Yeah, it's like 35 touchdowns was good, but I mean, that offense was just absolutely humming for a while.
Yeah, to me, it's like Sam Darnold's in a nice, good, comfy spot again because Clint Kubiak is our offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Kubiak's like to run the ball.
Okay, that's good.
We got another year of Walker, another year of Charbonnet. Pound the rock. Everything should be play action, weird little motions with Cooper Kupp while we have him. Hopefully he teaches Jackson Smith and Jigba how to do that. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got weapons around him. I don't think our offensive line is as bad as the narrative has been for years and years. We have put a lot of draft capital into this line. It's got to click at some point.
I could see that being, like, the offensive line clicking could be one of the real things that turns this around. Makes Darnold look good.
Yeah. So to me, it's like, this is a team, pound the rock, let Sam Darnold throw the ball 20 times a game off of play action and just keep running the 2-headed monster and let your defense do your thing. That could be a recipe for us. Yeah. Whether we'll do that or not, I don't know. Because we've been used to the Geno just trying to huck the ball down the field to DK Metcalf and Lockett and everybody. It's like, let's just do a little ball control, clock management.
But you can't control the ball if you're getting 2 yards of carry. Like
that is true.
The offensive line.
But Kubiak's going to solve that. Kubiak's going to solve that, man.
I do like a Kubiak.
It's a zone read. Our offense coordinator sucked last year. He didn't belong in the NFL. He was the Husky offensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah, right.
And just became an NFL offensive coordinator. Yeah. Looked okay for 3 weeks, and then that was all his tricks. It was over. There was no adapting. I think Kubiak's smart. He's been in the league for 12 years. He finally gets a job at an offensive coordinator job. Or I think he came from the Saints last year. I think he was
on the Saints. Yeah.
I think he's going to have something to work with here. And I feel like Mike McDonald is like hands off a little bit on the offense. Run your thing, figure out what you need, because I got my defense. It's going to start looking pretty damn good.
I'm not as bullish on Walker or Charbonnet as you are, but Jackson Smith and Jigba is about to be a superstar.
Yeah.
So I'm into that.
There's weapons. I'm not too worried about the free agency signings that's getting all the splash. The losing of Metcalf and Geno, bringing in Darnold and Kupp, that's nothing. The rest of the team is what we've been building.
Yeah. I know.
The defense, the draft capital into the offensive line, the fact that we still have 2 young running backs where we can keep one or lose one after this season, figure out who's doing well.
Walker already feels old.
I know, right? And it's like his fourth year or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I think there's still a lot of potential. I'm not
Nice.
down on the Seahawks this year.
Well, the over-under is pretty down, 7.5.
Oh, easy peasy. That's over.
I'll take an over, too. I think
Yeah.
Darnold flames out miserably, and we still get to 8 or 9 wins. That's my prediction.
This feels like another 500 season.
Hey.
But I feel like we're going to, like, figure out what we're really doing by the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and whether I don't think we're keeping Darnold around forever.
Well,
so we'll eventually
he's
figure out our
literally,
quarterback.
not
Yeah.
literally, everything but literally on a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
So who's our quarterback next year is going to be a big deal.
Yeah. I can see this is a team that could surprise people this year. I think so. And it's not going to be because of flashy fantasy football stat numbers.
Mhm.
It's going to be because of actual
Defense.
good clock management. We're going to figure out that Mike McDonald belongs here.
Yeah.
And we're going to start liking our coaching staff
I
again.
like Mike McDonald. I like him as
Yeah.
a coach. I like him as a leader.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, 7.5. God,
Yeah,
man,
come
that's
on.
low. What is just East Coast making all these ratings over here? Because it's been pretty
Well,
spot on through the rest of the divisions.
Vegas makes the over-unders based on how people think.
How
so
people
the
bet.
East Coast ignoring us and the Cardinals, and like, they
That
always
makes
ignore it.
sense. Yeah. 7.5, they can win 8 games.
They could win 8 games.
Yeah.
I'm calling 8 games, even with Darnold having a complete flame out.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Cardinals.
Ooh.
Arizona Cardinals. They were 8-9. They got a full season from Kyler Murray, but it just never felt like they were going to make the playoffs. They were even like 6-4 at one point.
Yeah, they're in the mix.
But they just plummeted down, to finish at 8-9. It was, a lot of bad defense. Kyler Murray's, all of his worst habits were coming out to play, but it still felt like a step. And now we're going into, I think, year 3 for Jonathan Gannon. Is that correct?
I think this is third year. Yeah,
So-
third year.
It does feel, at least in terms of the linear feeling, which we know football isn't always linear, but it feels like the Cardinals, maybe about to take a step up. How are you feeling? What's your temperature on the Cardinals here?
That's kind of what the narrative would be, I suppose. But I'm a little skeptical. I think this is make or break year for Kyler Murray on me. Is
Year
he-
7, by the way.
I mean, well, he's been hurt for the
Sure.
last 2 years,
True.
really. But I'm like, is Kyler Murray actually a good quarterback? Can he actually lead his teams to spots that they want to be led to? He's made the playoffs once. He's small. He's quick. He doesn't seem to be able to throw over the middle of the field, which I hate about quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Just like you need to be able to use that area.
Yeah, that's hard. You're seeing that when you watch those games.
Yeah, and he's quick. He's going to beat these bad teams with his legs that don't have like defensive linemen that can get pressure up the field. He wears them down, scrambles around. Those are the good Kyler Murray games. You play a good defense, he looks like dog crap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this year's it for me. Like,
Yeah.
if he wants to go 8-9 again and have mediocre stats again, then I'm done with Kyler Murray. He is a mediocre quarterback, but he has to, like, you were the number 1 draft pick. You got to step it up. If this team's going places, you got to take them places.
And the Cardinals are probably right with you. I
Yeah.
mean, do you really go into another contract with Kyler after this? I don't think this is his contract year, but it's time to start talking about that in terms of a quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
The offensive line is a little better. That Paris Johnson guy that they drafted for left tackle, we made fun of that pick so much because Kyler clearly made that pick. Like the incompetence of the Cardinals organization. He's been good, if not bordering on great. So
Yeah.
props to Kyler on that. I guess for me, it's what does Kyler look like on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Like September and October will probably be great. And we'll have, Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr., kind of hitting some stats. I think it could be a good fantasy year, a fantasy start for those guys. But every year, including his year where we talked about him as a potential MVP in 2021,
Yep.
he has faded hard. And that could be the size thing, too.
Yeah.
I worry, honestly, and I'm rooting for Kyler because I was huge in on Kyler Murray last year. Now I'm a little less so. But I worry that he's going to be the test case. In the 2010s, we realized height, we need to reevaluate quarterback height. because Russell Wilson's having success. You know, the college quarterbacks, it doesn't matter how tall they are, seem to have good success.
Yeah.
And we have reevaluated it. It was the right thing to do. And now they're going to be like, it just can't be that short.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Kyler Murray wins a playoff game in his career.
And
I do feel like he's too small.
Yeah.
Too small, too short.
I mean, I was kind of waiting to see how he would do with Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
And, you know, Trey McBride, great tight end. He's finding him on the outside. He's got a repertoire with him.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Arizona, there was a lot of complaints last year about we're just not getting Marvin Harrison where he needs to be.
Yeah.
He should be better than Malik Neighbors. He should be getting stats that are awesome. And I think it's because he's only really got one route that Kyler Murray can see. It's that deep 30-yard fly route on the sideline.
I kind of agree with you on that.
And they got to find a different way to use him. And I think it's Kyler's fault. I
can't say no to that.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's why I'm giving it one more year. Because Marvin was a rookie last year. Maybe it was him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to figure it out. But
the offensive line could be a little better. He's played with some bad offensive lines. That's why I led with that. Like, we're going to really get to see this year, to your point.
Yeah. And, you know, and they got a defensive-minded coach. Jonathan Gannon was, you know, defensive coordinator for the Eagles when they went to that Super Bowl.
Right.
So, like, he knows what he's doing. He's an awkward fella.
He's an awkward fella.
But, yeah.
And they've the big headline for Cardinals offseason is restock on defense.
Yes.
Like, if one thing is said about Cardinals this year, it's that they picked all their picks were defensive guys.
Yep.
Or like 6 out of 7 of their picks at the draft. They brought in some beef. They brought in Dalvin Tomlinson from the Browns.
Yep.
They brought Calais Campbell back.
I love that.
Dude, Calais Campbell played in that Steelers-Cardinals Super Bowl.
Yeah.
2008.
Calais Campbell's almost 40.
He's
he's old.
He was an all-pro as an old guy on the Jaguars in 2017. That was 8 years ago.
Still chugging.
He was part of the Mike McDonald, Wink Martindale Ravens thing.
And he's a mammoth of a man. I went to a Seahawks game at Dad's seats there.
That's funny.
And the Calais Campbell, like, he's making just people on the sidelines looking like little boys. Like, he is huge.
You see him when you're physically at a game. Yeah. We saw him when we went to Arizona for that game a long time ago. So
it's unbelievable. They also brought in Josh Sweat, former Eagle. So, like, like everything they did this free agency is like, let's get the defense where we want it. Offense, Kyler, are you good enough?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a good spot to be. Coach is getting what he wants. Yeah. Kyler's getting what he wants.
They're both first-round picks, have been on the defensive line last couple years. Robinson this year.
Yep.
Nolan this year. There's a guy named Robinson last year who only played 6 games. So they're getting both their first-round picks the last 2 years injected in this year. They've got 2 second-round corners. Like, it's very symmetrical. Josh Sweat, like, that's the headline. So that's probably why they have one more win projected than the Seahawks. They are at 8.5.
8.5.
Over under.
Ooh. Oh, man, that is a great line. Because it should seem like it's going up for them. Like, they started out really bad when Gannon came as a coach.
Yeah, the 2022 was the absolute nadir for the Cardinals.
Defense was atrocious.
Yeah,
Murray's getting hurt. Like, they just had a terrible season. And then they get a little step up this last year. Now, obviously, they were just kind of pittered out at the end. Mm-hmm. This year's is Kyler Murray good enough to take this team to the playoffs and win some games? And my answer is no.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm giving him another year. I hope I'm wrong about this one, but I'm just like, he's too short. They got a bunch of weapons around him. Kyler Murray's on the hot seat for me.
He's on the hot seat.
If this team isn't winning games, it's because of him. It's not because they didn't put enough into the defense, put enough into the offense. Yeah. It's because, are you actually a good enough quarterback?
Huge test for Kyler. What about 9 wins, though?
9 wins, man. Oh, I feel like I've been picking a lot of overs. Just keep talking myself into it.
You picked over for Rams?
I'm over for Rams.
We both did over for both teams so far.
You went over on Seahawks too?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I said Darnold has a flame out, but we still go over.
This division, usually it's like nobody's getting to like 12 wins.
To be fair, these are low.
Everybody's right in the pack.
9.5, 7.5. Or 9.5 for Rams, 7.5 for Seahawks, now 8.5 for Cardinals. I mean, these are pretty low lines.
Man. I'm gonna Oh, man.
Let me tell you this. It's a really hard over for me because Kyler is only good at the beginning. right, of the season. Listen to their first 4 games.
Uh-oh.
Bills.
Uh-oh.
Rams.
Uh-oh.
Lions.
Uh-oh.
Commanders.
Ooh.
It's like...
Who set that up?
The Cardinals have been... This is my scheduling guff.
Yeah.
The Cardinals have been like one of the worst teams in the league in the last 3 years. Why are they starting Bills, Rams, Lions, Commanders? It's like, whoa.
Yeah. Holy
They got
smokes.
all 4 teams were in the divisional round of the playoffs last year.
Just put them in the gauntlet.
And then, I mean, it's 49ers that kind of get, maybe you could say that's a break, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And then it's Packers, Chargers. So it's like... To me, that makes it an under. I think they're gonna have a rough go at the beginning, and then by the end, maybe some winnable games. But Kyler will be wearing down by then. I mean,
yeah,
that makes it an under for me. Even though I'm rooting for. I like Jonathan Gannon. I like this team, but yeah, I just think it's just gonna be a kind of a move on from Kyler year.
I hate agreeing with you, but I just can't. I don't believe in Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I can't pick an over with them. I think this 8 wins seems reasonable.
You know what? I'm going to completely switch my answer.
Ooh, love that.
Here's what I'm going to say. This is how I'm going to justify it. The magic of September Kyler is going to win some of those games. Bills, Rams, Lions, Commanders. They will win some of those games. Then they will flame out. That way I'll go the over. They'll get to 9 and 8.
Love it.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah. NFC West is a dogfight, man.
I really believe in that, actually. Yeah. I believe that they're going to really put some huge fights. If I was those teams, I'd be like, oh, man, we got a healthy Kyler.
Yeah. Get some big wins, and then they peter out.
Yeah, both Rams, Detroit, and Commanders are all in Arizona. So.
Ooh, okay. I'm going under just because I'm putting my foot down on Murray.
Yeah, okay.
Got to put my foot down on it.
All right, San Francisco 49ers, who lost a game today on my TV screen. It's hard to explain, but we have a 22-year-old living with us whose birthday request was for it to be Thanksgiving. We ate Thanksgiving dinner. It was absolutely wonderful. Shout out to my wife Kathleen, who cooked a turkey, like full go Thanksgiving dinner in July. 86 degrees outside.
Hottest day of the year in Washington.
And on the TV, I put 2014 Seahawks 49ers.
Love it.
And I actually watched the game, truly.
You're like, ooh, Lynch is looking good.
God, it was wonderful. It was wonderful to see Lynch. Couldn't believe how fast Bobby Wagner was.
Oh, yeah.
Sherman, Thomas, Chancellor. Oh, it was so wonderful. Doug Baldwin made a great first down.
And that's when we got to eat the turkey leg on the field.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good year.
Whew.
Good year.
Yeah.
So it was rough for the 49ers to have to relive that. Speaking of rough, they had a bad year last year.
They did.
6-11 after 3 straight NFC championships, right?
I think it was 3. Yeah,
they'd gone 21, 22, 23. They finally dipped. They were kind of limping along last year. I remember in the middle of the year we were like, maybe they'll get McCaffrey back. They'll make a run.
Yeah, the McCaffrey thing hurt.
It was 5. They were 5-4 at one point, and then November and December, I think they lost every single game.
Yeah.
7 out of the last 8. Or 8 out of the last 9 or something. What I do know is they only won 1 game, and it's against the Bears, who were in the middle of their own 10-game losing streak. So it was really the battle of losing streaks. So could you even really count that?
I mean,
they collapsed.
They collapsed. They had a lot of injuries. I remember there being a game, I think it was the Chiefs, where their receiving core was down to Ricky Pearsall, who had been shot in the leg or whatever. In the chest. Yeah. And he was the healthiest receiver on the core. Debo was down. Ayuk was down. Kittle was down. Jennings was down. It was Brock Purdy and Pearsall.
They collapsed. Now, I'm very curious to hear your Brock Purdy, the state of your Brock Purdy feeling, because your criticism of him before was that he has this massive roster and it's absolutely nothing but that's projecting him. Now that you saw him without that massive roster, where are you with Brock Purdy? Newly signed and expensive Brock Purdy.
Newly signed and expensive. I think it was a bad signing.
Yeah?
This is going to come back to bite him in the butt. I'm back down on Brock Purdy.
Back down?
I'm back down on him.
You were really far down.
I was down, and then I started to get a little hope in him again, and then I just end of the season, who's supposed to carry you towards the end of that year to not go on a 1-8 at the end?
Collapse.
Brock Purdy, your quarterback.
Yeah.
He's still got something out there.
Quarterback's supposed to make that 4-4.
He looked
3-5.
He looked panicked. He looked like a 7th rounder towards the end of the season. And everybody wants to just forget about it and be like, oh, he made some plays here and there. And I'm like, well, do I want plays here and there? Oh, McCaffrey will be back. It'll be fine. I'm like, is this the dude? Shanahan, do you really want Brock Purdy to be your guy rolling on here?
I love this about the 49ers because I hate the 49ers.
Yes.
But they do not understand that Kyle Shanahan can make any quarterback look better than they are.
Yeah.
And that he can make any running back look better than they are. Yet they put all their money into quarterback and running back. It doesn't make sense. I mean, maybe in the McCaffrey part you can say like it's a multiplier, but in this case to invest in the position. So I agree with you.
You're at the point where you're like, Brock Purdy's got to hold the ship up. And last year you got to see what Brock Purdy looks like when he's trying to hold the ship up. And, that thing's sinking fast. That's the Titanic going down.
Yeah. And we did call this. This is one of our strongest takes in last year's over-under. They had an 11.5 over-under. And we were like, no, this thing is done. Like, the roster is not what it was. 3 straight years, we've seen the decline. It's gonna snap down. We don't believe in Brock Purdy, so we completely called that.
Yeah.
And the turnover keeps coming here. Like, the stars are in place. Kittle's still there. McCaffrey's still there. Trent Williams still there.
Yep.
Bosa, Fred Warner. They have a lot of good stars, a lot of good players, but
they lost everybody else.
Yeah, a lot of starters. I think they have like 4 starters on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, that are gone. Debo's gone, as you mentioned. Greenlaw's gone, as you talked about in the Broncos episode. I have to laugh. The article that I was reading has Hufanga as the third list, or third, like the 49ers have lost Debo, no, Greenlaw, no, Hufanga, no, and the fourth is Leonard Floyd. What? Who played 1 year in San Francisco? Like,
who cares?
Yeah. The point is like that like the second level, that roster, just the depth has been lost, and we're in a rebuild, and I don't know, like, do they know it? Do they know it?
That's my question with them.
Yeah,
because I feel like they got all these stars that they're paying. They haven't really had good drafts.
Yeah,
they haven't had high picks because they've always been in the playoffs. So like they're just kind of like trying to fill in holes with these 3rd and 4th rounders who I haven't seen like sparkle yet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen these guys actually develop into good players. Yes, you got Fred Warner. That's awesome. You got Bosa. That's awesome. Who's your safety now?
Yeah.
Who are your corners? I mean, like, I'm looking at defensive holes all over the place.
Yeah. This is the opposite of the Rams and Seahawks.
And that's what carried you to those 3 straight NFC championship games. It was your defense. It certainly wasn't your offense.
Yeah.
That last year with the McCaffrey got you to a Super Bowl. Yes, that was awesome.
Right.
But, like, it's been all defense that's been holding you afloat through the Garoppolo years.
Yeah, you needed the
into
offense,
the Purdy years.
Or you needed the defense to be so good that it was carrying an offense that was actually negative in the Jimmy Garoppolo era.
Yeah.
And for at least some parts of it. I feel like the first Brock Purdy year was like that offense was like legitimately great.
Oh yeah. But then you lose Debo. You paid Ayuk, who hasn't really played with his contract.
Yeah.
I think Jennings is better than Ayuk. And that's just me personally. Yeah. But, like,
Well, Ayuk's not playing. McCaffrey hasn't really been playing.
Is he back?
I honestly don't know that McCaffrey is going to ever come back to be a superstar. With the way they have talked about his injury and the hesitancy and just the updates are just cryptic.
Shanahan
it's like
updates,
he overworked out and his bone on bone situation. Like I don't like it. And I don't know that Ayuk is the type of player who can live outside of that perfect, wonderful year.
Yeah.
He's such a good wide receiver too. I mean, an elite wide receiver too, but I don't know that he can really drive it.
He had his good season because Kittle was still rolling. Debo was still rolling, and Ayuk was basically 4th option behind McCaffrey.
Right.
So that's where you got your numbers. Can you actually turn into a wide receiver 1? That's the question with Ayuk.
That would be interesting.
Can Brock Purdy figure it out?
Purdy to Ayuk is key this year. They need that.
Yeah, and the only play I keep thinking about with Purdy to Ayuk is that NFC Championship game against the Lions where it should have been an interception, bounced off the guy's head, and then Ayuk comes down with
Was
it.
that Ayuk?
That was Ayuk.
I don't remember that.
That's all I remember about him.
Oh, my God.
Everything else has been garbage, in my opinion.
All right.
This team is in trouble this year.
Are you ready for the over-under?
Okay, yes, I am.
It's 10.5.
What?
The first jaw dropper.
Oh.
First jaw dropper. And that's Kittle, McCaffrey, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner. The new contract. That's why that's so high.
Wow.
But obviously, this is the easiest under of our 12. How many teams have we done?
Well, this is 16.
Yeah,
now,
so 16. Of our 16 teams, this is the easiest decision for me. No, they're not going to go 11-6.
The way I've been talking, over. I'm going under, of course. 10.5. That shocks me.
It's great. I had to go back and check.
Yeah.
When we were setting up, I made sure.
This division's been pretty easy to predict to me besides the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Like, that one's the one I'm on the fence on, but Niners 11 wins? Are you kidding me?
No.
People have not figured out what this team is. They don't know that they're in rebuild mode.
Yeah,
you
it's
had
because
your
of those
run.
names.
Yeah.
It's because of those star names there.
And people still think Brock Purdy's good, and this year they're going to find out.
People still think McCaffrey's going to be
McCaffrey's going to be back.
Yeah.
Kittle gets hurt for 4 games every single season.
Yep.
No more Debo. That's going to hurt you.
But they got Ayuk back.
And we got Pearsall. Maybe he'll just replace that. It's like,
If I have to be wrong, let me tell you the scenario I want.
Okay.
You know who the backup for Purdy is?
No.
It's Mac Jones.
Oh, baby.
And if Mac Jones could come in
That would be awesome.
and do something great, it would add the most confusing wrinkle to that 2021 draft where the 49ers traded up from 12th pick to 3rd pick to get a quarterback, but they're not really sure which one.
Yeah.
And they didn't talk about, they never said they traded up for Lance. Even when they had Lance and it was the most hype time, you got to sell your guy, they still were like, well, it wasn't really specifically for Lance.
Yeah.
If they could now turn it around and somehow
get
have
Mac
a great
Jones to
season
work.
with Mac Jones,
Oh, man.
I mean, that would be amazing.
I like that narrative. If that happens, I won't be too mad.
So 49ers fans, that's how I want it to go if it happens.
Yeah,
All right.
This is tough. Niners, tough year for you, man. This division's getting better, and you are just kind of stuck in superstars and not a very good rebuild right now.
I agree. The other 3 are on the up. Okay. Who is winning the NFC West?
This one's tough. I
think this is the hardest one so far.
Yeah, because see, now I keep kind of going back on my pick in the under of the Cardinals. Maybe Murray has one flash in the pan year where they win the division, but I can't really pick the Cardinals to win the division. I don't know why. I can't trust Murray that much. Seahawks makes me feel like I'm homer picking it.
You did pick the Seahawks last year, by the way.
I did.
Though, to be fair, they went 10-7
and almost won it.
They only lost by tiebreakers.
Oh, man. I feel like Rams are obvious favorites, which usually doesn't work out in the NFC West. Okay, I'm going Hawks.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going Hawks. I can't go away from the homer pick. I liked my idea of, just pound the ball. That defense crystallizes.
The defense carries us there.
Yeah.
I could see that. I'm taking Rams. Technically, the 49ers are the favorites.
Technically. Yeah. Not to us. They're dead last in the division to us.
I feel like I loved theorizing the paths to success for Seattle and Arizona, but our conversation about the Rams was much sturdier.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe this is off-season catnip, but I'm just going to trust McVay. And if Stafford gets hurt, I think they'll be okay. Their backup quarterback is Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, geez, they're definitely winning this division. That's an NFC championship written all over it.
All right.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Hawks. I like our young coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to come down to a game or two. But to me, like, Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals is like, it's just going to come down to who beats each other.
Yeah.
Like, they're all going to be around 9 to 10 wins.
And the NFC is so weird.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I could see, I don't think we're like the class of the NFC. Like, this division is kind of like second or third, but
yeah,
it's going to be weird.
It's going to be fun.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week. We're talking north or,
I think we'll go east.
Oh, yeah. We'll go east and finish with the north. All right. My name's Miles.
I'm Kirk.
A good night.